This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of John versus Willet. You all have been together for 5 years and engaged for 4 years.
Yeah.
Miss John, why have you brought your fiancé to court today?
I brought him here today because I feel that he's cheating on me. He's extra friendly with people in the neighborhood.
Mr. Cutler's extra friendly with our neighbors, so what does that mean? Do I need to be worried? Do I need to be eyeballing something? Tell me what that means.
He just goes out of his way to help them do stuff to their yard. If they're working on their car, he goes out of his way to help them do that. Just goes out of his way to help them.
Okay.
You believe it's beyond just friendly?
Yeah,
That's
I do.
what she's thinking. She's thinking that. You know,
But
I feel like it's all a cover-up for what she's doing, so.
Yeah, but it ain't about me.
Well, Mr. Willet, in terms of what you're doing, are you a friendly person?
Of course, I'm always friendly.
Do you go out of your way to help your neighbors?
Of course I do. Every day. I try to make everybody happy, especially her.
So-
You know?
All right.
He's Mr. Rogers.
That's probably... Are you cheating?
She can accuse me all day, but I'm not cheating. That's what I want to tell her, but she don't believe me.
There's too much
I'm
sneaky
too
stuff
faithful.
going on.
If I wanted to cheat on somebody, I would be single. There'd be no reason for me to even be in a relationship.
So you believe she's doing this to deflect about what she may be doing?
It's a guilty conscience. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. Okay, well, I mean, because he's a friendly person, that must be one of the things that attracted you to him.
Yeah, it was one of the things, but the extra stuff, and then, like, he won't ever
What's the
leave
extra
his cell phone alone. He takes it in the shower with him. He sleeps with it next to his head. If I ask to look at it, he takes it and then gives it to me 15 minutes later. So I never get to touch it.
Okay, so you all have been together for 5 years.
Yes.
You've been engaged for 4 years. What was the first sign that something went wrong?
It was probably about 3 months ago he started working, and he'll tell me he's working an overnight shift. It's just him and a guy working. When I pick him up in the morning, it's him and a female working. His excuse is a schedule change, but it's always something.
But I'm always working.
Okay, so...
What can I do at work?
The nights that there's a female coworker, I'll text him. I don't get a text back. It's just if it's a male coworker, he'll text right back all night, back and forth. If it's a female, I barely get texted all night while he's working.
Okay, so something in your gut is telling you,
yeah,
making you say, huh.
Are you not responsive when you have a female coworker?
I'm responsive when I get a chance to. I'm working. I can't just pick up the phone whenever. What if I have a customer and she texts me at that time, but I'm helping out 2, 3 different
it's
customers?
just a
How can
little
I pick up the phone and
convenient
text
when
back?
it's a
Makes no sense.
girl, he's not
Okay.
texting back.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Willet. I'm gonna let you in on a secret, okay? Women detect patterns.
Ah, he's speaking truth.
They detect them very quickly. And the pattern is when there's a female coworker, you want texting back as frequently as when there's a male coworker. You probably don't even know it.
Probably.
Women pick up on that. I'm telling you. If you don't get anything else from today, get that. Women pick up on patterns. So,
Mr. Cutler, you paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
I'm gonna have to switch it up because you didn't learn
I figured it out now, yeah.
Okay, Miss John, we've got the failing to text. You got him as Mr. Friendly of the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you have?
Do you got proof?
There will be money missing out of our joint bank account, just like $5 or $10 here or there. And when I ask him where it went, he'll say he bought cigarettes or something to that nature.
Smoker.
But he just bought cigarettes like an hour before that.
Where do you think he's taking a woman for $5 and $10?
Oh,
Wait a minute. On the regular, not just here and there.
I don't think necessarily he's taking them out, maybe letting them borrow money or, you know, grabbing them a drink or something. That's our money. We work hard for it, so it shouldn't be spent on no other female. Period.
right.
It don't matter how much it is.
All right, so Mr. Willet, you think all of this is just her deflecting?
Exactly what it is. I have this gut feeling that just something in my gut is telling me it's a guilty conscience. That's the reason why she's trying to accuse me for something so she can cover up what she's trying to cover up with.
So what do you think she's deflecting?
I don't know. I'm thinking, you know, she's kind of extra close with my roommate, like, and extra close. They'd be gone for hours at a time, like literally hours at a time. I'm going to the store to get milk. They'd be gone for 2 hours. One day they went out to get milk. 2 hours goes by, 3 hours goes by, 4 hours. 11 hours later, they come back.
So you
They had to go to
Wait.
Jacksonville to go feed their mom's cat.
Okay,
11
wait.
hours it takes.
So you think she's cheating with your roommate?
I have a gut feeling.
So Cutler, we have her side, we have his side. Now we need the roommate side.
Okay. All right.
That roommate is here. Ron, would you escort her into the courtroom?
Yes, John.
Would you please state your name for the court?
Stacy Herrera,
All right. Miss Herrera, now how do you know Miss John?
my roommate.
All right, and you're also roommates with Mr. Willet.
Yes.
How long have you been living together?
Between 4 to 5 months.
All right, so what do you know about Miss John's and Mr. Willette's relationship? Do you believe he's cheating?
There's points I do.
Okay, why do you believe that?
He's out. He'll go somewhere and say he's going one place, and then we'll run into him, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm just coming back from getting this," and he's empty-handed.
So that makes you think that he is cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it's secretive, and it's just something that shouldn't be like, "Oh, well, his friend says this," and then he says something else.
It just don't make no sense to me. That makes no sense to me either.
Mr. Willet, did this occur that you were going for a friend and didn't come back with the items?
No. It didn't even go down like that.
But they could be covering up for wherever you're really going.
They don't
That's
wanna
what
let-
you guys are covering up something for what y'all are doing, trying to blame me. She's obviously doing something with her. They're always together. For hours at a time, they're gone. What do I know? They're texting each other in the same room.
So you believe these two are sexually involved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait,
Okay.
I actually
wait.
found.
you believe that
hair.
your fiance and your roommate are
Miss
involved with
Herrera.
each other?
Yes.
Why do you
Sexually.
believe that?
I found a pair of her panties on my bedroom floor. What are they doing on my bedroom floor?
Live
She don't.
together.
She
we
does
do
our
our
laundry
laundry
together.
together.
Okay.
But
Hold
you
on,
don't
hold
do our laundries are separate.
Okay, wait. Whose panties?
Miss Herrera's.
You
What are
found
they doing? What are they doing in my room? On my bedroom floor? If they got mixed up in the laundry, why are they on the floor and not in the laundry?
Okay, so did he find a pair of your panties in the bedroom?
He did.
Why?
Okay, can you explain
Why?
to
You
me
said-
why
yeah,
your
exactly.
panties are in his
Why?
room?
She does laundry. Sometimes it'll get mixed up in the washer and the dryer. I mean, there's a total of 3 of us living there, along with my 2 kids. It's an easy
The
mix-up.
laundry gets put everywhere.
Well,
Miss
that makes
Herrera,
no sense.
what is the nature of you all's relationship?
We're friends.
Are you more than friends?
No.
So basically, Miss John and Mr. Willet, this is a relationship completely devoid of trust. Is that a safe statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
At this moment,
5-year relationship and no trust. 4 years of engagement and no trust.
All right. Because we've had these allegations, the court has ordered a forensic analysis on both of your cell phones. And we have the results. At this time, the court will call cybersecurity expert Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, John. Mr. Evans. Yes. All right, sir.
All right.
How are you, Mr. Evans?
I'm doing great. Yourselves?
Good to see you again.
All right. Now, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
She believes that he, erases information from his phone. Right. And so with a forensic examination, you can recover deleted information, correct?
I can recover deleted text messages, emails, pictures, videos, anything that's stored on a person's phone can be recovered.
So you were given both the plaintiff's and the defendant's phone for analysis, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What did you find?
Well, I gotta put my glasses on for this one. All right, well, let's start with the first one. What I found was this message here from Miss John.
Okay. It says, I just want to be able to make you happy as your girlfriend, your wife, your best friend, and especially make you happy and satisfy you in the bedroom. Right.
You're telling him I want to be the best woman to you that I can be.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
great. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what I got into this relationship for, is to, you know what I'm saying, make 100% of us together, you know?
And when you got this text message,
I'm sorry?
when you got this text message, you smiled?
Of course I did.
Did you find anything else, Mr. Evans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. This one is of Mr. Willet. I don't know if he has aspirations of being a model or get a sock contract.
Well, do tell. Let me explain this to the court. Mr. Willet, I'm seeing more of you than I ever wanted. And you seem to be...
Laying in a reclining position with no clothes on except for a sock.
in a...
But the sock is not on your foot. Okay?
Size 8.
You understand what it looks like.
Oh, I know that picture.
Oh.
All right, and...
Who was this photo for? Who did
No,
they...
she actually took it.
So this was for you. Adult play.
Supposedly for me.
All right. Can you tell whether this was sent to any other women?
I did check for that. I did not see it was sent to any other woman except for her.
All right. Did you find any evidence that suggests either party might be cheating?
Okay, now, this is what I do have for you here, Your Honor.
So this is a text message from Miss John to Mr. Willet
Correct.
at 2:19 a.m. And it says, I am your wife and I want you home. Where the blank are you now? So did he respond to this text message?
He did not respond to her, but at the exact same time, he did respond to this young lady here.
So at the exact same time, she's asking, where are you? I want you home.
That's
He's
correct.
texting another woman.
That is correct.
All right. And so he says,
Dang, so we can chill tonight, me and you, yes or no?
and she responds, where's Tina? Which is Miss John.
That at Housey, I'm on your steps, is his response.
Oh, you can chill for a minute, then I gotta go.
And he responds, you and me alone, laugh out loud. Okay, were you at someone else's house at 2:19 in the morning?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, another woman's house.
Yes.
Okay, what were you doing at another woman's house at 2:19 a.m.?
Well, she had owed me some money, so I was trying to be
So you're trying to hang out?
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
You're trying to hang out at 2 in the morning.
You could have went to your homeboy's house. You didn't have to go to a female house.
Oh, I
Go
tried.
sit outside, go to a different room. That's
Okay,
the way.
Dangs, so we can chill tonight, me and you. That doesn't sound like any bill collector I've ever encountered.
I know it sounds crazy, but
Okay, so Mr. Willet, here's what I'm observing. All up until now, you've been smooth. Now that we're asking you the hard questions, you fumbling all over yourself. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Were you with another woman?
sexually, no.
Okay, so how are you feeling about what he's telling you? Are you buying any of this?
No, not at all. It's surprising, hurt, kind of a numb feeling.
After all that we've discussed today, what do you want to say to your boyfriend or your fiance?
That I want him to start being more honest, and I want to work things out and, you know, do whatever we have to do to move forward in our relationship.
It's gonna be hard.
What do you need him to do?
I need him to come clean and let me know everything that he's done.
Well, I have a question for you. He's accused you of being in a sexual relationship with your roommate. Have you been in a sexual relationship with Ms. Herrera?
Her and I have messed around, yeah.
But it hasn't been a relationship.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
that proves everything right there. That's crazy.
So you and Miss Herrera, your roommate, have been sexually involved.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Obviously, I was going through stuff with him and the lies, and we just kind of relied
That
on
makes
each
it okay,
other.
then?
And having drinks one night, it kind of
Led to another.
led one thing to another.
Was this a one-time sexual contact, or have you been together more than once?
It's been more than once, but
That's even worse.
How often have you had contact?
I'd say less than 5.
Right. I was gonna
Less
say
than
2
5,
or 3.
yeah.
When was the last time you all were together?
A month ago?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Enough for me. I worked so damn hard for this. That makes no sense. What did I do all this for? For what?
But you suspected that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had that gut feeling. My gut feeling's always right.
And now your gut feeling has been confirmed.
Confirmed.
All right, so now that you have this information, yes, it's a hard question, but what are you going to do? Are you going to stay engaged to your fiance? You all have been together for 5 years.
I don't even know what to say. I sit down and think about this one. This is.
You don't know if you want to go forward. You're saying you want to go forward and try to work through this.
Yes.
This is the case of Mathis versus Haid. You all are dating, you've been together for 2 years, you've talked about marriage, but claims of infidelity are just rocking this relationship. Is that right, Mr. Mathis?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Now, notice from the court papers, there's a 17-year age difference between you and Ms. Haid. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you all meet?
Well, we met on Instagram, social media. I got like a hijabi thing. So I was looking at girls and hijabs, and I came across her profile, Rocky's profile, and I just remember thinking, she'll make somebody a good wife one day. Not me.
Just somebody.
Just somebody, yeah.
Make
right,
somebody a good wife.
Yeah, like.
Okay, so how do you go from she gonna make somebody a good wife to, well, wait a minute, maybe it's me that she gonna make a good wife
That's
for?
the destiny in this. I get a message in my DM one day saying, hey, I noticed you've been watching me. What's up? Do you know about astral projection? And we're into metaphysics and things like that.
Okay, astral projection.
Astral projection.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So is this true? You realized he was checking you out, and you
That's
said,
true, Your Honor. We talked and we found out about each other and what we're interested in, and he caught my attention.
so you all start corresponding.
Yes.
What made you fall in love with him?
He made me feel secure because at that time I was going through things with my family, and it wasn't the best. And I had to get out of there, and he was willing to help me out and made me feel secure and protected, and that's what I needed at that time.
You don't have to be in that when someone's willing to love you.
Yeah, that connection, that spark was there from the very beginning.
You connected? See, she's connected right now. She don't even know. That's what it looks like. When you just connect, I mean, you don't even have to say
Why you
anything.
gonna make me blush in front of this?
You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. You just feel that connection. See? You feel it?
Stop it, Miss
See?
Taylor.
That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you all felt.
So, Mr. Mathis, why in the world are you here claiming she's cheating?
Well, first thing is this right here.
What is that?
It's a text message that I have
Where did you get the text message from?
out her phone when I was sneaking in it.
So,
Your Honor, let's make this clear. I don't invade his privacy at all, so I think that's really pure disrespectful for you to come behind my back and go through my phone.
So let's take a look at this message. Would
Ron-
you grab that for me?
Yes.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, sir. Your honors.
Okay.
some other guy has written, your love life, remember? We need to work on that.
Yes, I would love another reading with you.
And I would love to have your beautiful energy in my space again. You know where my dorm is.
Your Honor, I can explain that.
All right, we want an explanation for that.
Really, originally, the only reason I went to him is for him to do a reading on me and his relationship. And,
Sound
So
good.
he's talking about your love life.
Sound
yes.
good.
And you have gone to him about your love life?
Yes, to get a tarot reading. And he's the only one that does that. And we go to school together, we're just friends.
And so, Mr. Mathis, you're not buying this.
Sound good. You know, everything can sound good.
Here's my problem. Okay, you go to someone, Ms. Haid, who does a reading, tells you what he thinks.
Right.
He wants
Got it.
your beautiful energy in his space.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I mean, that means nothing. There's plenty of people who have beautiful energy.
You say it means nothing.
Right.
I would love to have your beautiful energy in my space.
I want my beautiful energy in your space, Mr.
Okay.
So that's
Your
music.
Honor.
Those are powerful words. You just don't say that to everybody.
Right. It's strictly
Right.
platonic.
You're asking for honesty in this relationship,
What
that's right?
starts in deception ends in deception. So my thing is to keep this growing. When issues arise, we need to attack them.
And you need to attack them with honesty.
Right.
And truth.
Right.
So, Mr. Mathis, have you found anything else to make you think that she's cheating?
Yes.
What have you found?
One more thing I found is this old nice hotel towel laid on the bed. You know a hotel towel because of the threads in it.
Yeah. So you found a towel. Where did you find this towel?
In my house.
Okay, Rob, would you get this
Yes,
piece of evidence for us,
You
please?
can check it out.
Thanks, sir.
Because I'm like, okay,
that
towel's supposed to be in your
That
house.
don't look like somebody took a towel and showered it. They look like somebody said, let me lay this out.
But this is a towel you put down on the bed.
After the shower, yes, ma'am.
And this is what you use to dry your hair with.
Yes.
Okay, do you dry your hair dragging it across the bed? I mean,
No, Your Honor,
I don't
I was
understand
laying
why
down.
it's laid out like this.
Don't
I
it
had
look
it
like
wrapped up
angel
around
wings
my
when you
head.
lay down and snow do like that? Don't it look like
No, Your
that?
Honor. No.
Look at them head prints above the towel. You don't see that all up on it? Come on, man.
All of this has led to no trust in this relationship.
Yes.
We noticed in the court papers that you're still married. Is that correct?
All right.
You are a married man.
You see my devil?
He is, Your Honor. And I just found that out.
I'm busted.
He's been hiding it for 2 years, Your
But
Honor.
that's...
Okay, wait a minute. You've been with this man for 2 years.
Yes, Your Honor, and he's been hiding it for 2 years. He's standing over here talking about honesty, but he's the one who hasn't been honest with me from the very jump.
When did you find out that he was still married?
About last week, he told me.
So you've known for a week that this man, who is your knight in shining armor,
Yes, Your Honor.
has been married the entire time.
Yes, Your Honor, and I feel betrayed. Like, not only that, and he has children as well.
And you didn't know he had kids?
He didn't tell me none.
Can I defend myself?
What?
Can I defend myself?
Okay, tell me.
Y'all talking like I ain't here, Your Honor. This okay? Okay, well, let me explain. I thought it was just a phase.
You thought your
You should've
marriage was
given-
just a phase?
No. I thought the relationship between her and I was just a phase. I had no intentions on actually like going this far with her.
Still, he
'Cause you
should have
gotta
given me
think
the
it was
choice.
it was an Instagram thing. I'm thinking it's an Instagram fling, whatever.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. All right, let's just go with that. But do you think at month 6 you might mention your kids and your wife?
Well, the thing is, we separated.
What about month 9? What about month 9? Is that when you finally say, I'm married and I got kids? What about 18 months in? Do you say, by the way, when you get through at the grocery store, I need to talk to you about my wife and my kids? When is the magic moment that you drop the bomb, I'm married and I got kids? When does that happen?
I planned on doing that according to how we were gonna be in a relationship, and that was the thing.
You've already said what starts in deception ends in deception.
Exactly.
And you know what? Because we want to know about the deception, and we want to know what's true. Your wife is here. Wait
a minute.
So we gonna find out.
Y'all some bloodhounds.
But first,
Before we get to that,
we're gonna find out what's going on with Miss Haid, and then we're gonna find out what's going on with you.
right now, we still have allegations, Ms. Haid, that you're not being truthful to him. Now, we're going to find out about his issues, but what we have here is you're getting text messages from someone who says they want your beautiful energy in their space, and he comes home and finds a towel spread out on the bed in a position that leads him to believe that you were using that towel to have sex with somebody else. And all of this is fueling his suspicion that you're cheating on him.
This court has conducted a full investigation to find out whether she is cheating. At this time, the court would like to call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Kendall Schull. Ron, would you please escort him into the courtroom?
Yes, John.
My innocence.
Kendall Schull. Ready to put him on there.
Mr. Schull, good day.
Good day, Your Honor.
Glad to have you.
Good to be here.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Ms. Haid, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
And she was asked, since the beginning of your relationship with Mr. Mathis in February of 2016, have you had sexual intercourse with any other men? What was her response?
Her response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right.
So we have one person who's being truthful.
We got one person being truthful, Ms. Haid.
On that question.
Well, that
like
is
her
the
honor.
question. That was the question. You came
don't
here
like
for an
her honor.
answer. You said she was cheating, and the polygraph says she has not cheated.
He's the one with the secrets.
Now we're about to find out about you, Mr. Mathis.
Because we've heard your side and we've heard her side. Now it's time to hear from your wife's side. Miss Haid, you've never seen this woman. You never met this
not
woman.
once.
Ron, would you please escort her into the courtroom?
Yes, John.
Mr. Mathis, you bouncing around like a pinball. You nervous?
see I got
What
good
you
taste,
nervous
though.
about? Why you nervous?
Good day, ma'am. How are you?
All right, how are you?
Would you state your name, please?
Yes, I am Tiffany Mathis.
Miss Mathis, what is your relationship to Mr. Cameron Mathis?
That's my husband, but we're separated.
But you're still legally married?
Yes, legally, yes.
Were you aware of Miss Haid?
No.
How often do you see Mr. Mathis?
He comes by periodically because he comes to see his children, and we were just intimate like Saturday. So.
What?
So you are still in an intimate relationship with Mr. Mathis?
Yes.
So when he comes by to see the kids, he comes by to see you too?
Well, not all the time. When I get that itch, he's just the one I want to scratch.
And this has been going on
Wow.
pretty much the time you all been separated.
Yes.
So even during this last 2 years, you've been getting scratched?
No, he's been getting scratched, not me.
This is probably one of the biggest shocks we've ever had in this courtroom, because I've not had someone come here accusing someone who's innocent, who is really running game. You ain't doing nothing but running game. Now, you can call it what you want. You can call it taking care of my baby's mama. You can call it whatever you want. But you've got this young lady living with her, making her life a living hell, accusing her and making her uncomfortable when you're doing your own thing.
Yeah, and I heard him talking about being truthful. Like he's not being truthful.
Mr. Mathis, you have talked enough. Now I'm gonna get to talk.
I'm not surprised.
You came here trying to get honesty in your relationship and find out she's being truthful and you the one that's being deceptive.
Well, didn't I say what start
You
that way?
said the only thing that you said true is what starts in deception ends in deception.
Right.
What just happened Saturday with Miss Mathis? She said you all were intimate.
Yeah, that's just me trying to make sure things is right with my baby mama. I mean,
Your Honor.
Well, let me ask this question. Let me just put it out there so we're all clear. Who's on the side?
Is it Ms. Haid or is it Mrs. Mathis?
I mean,
Who's the side chick in this?
She better
It has to
It
be
ain't no
me. I don't want him. I don't want him.
it's not. That's what I'm
He's too
saying. It ain't no
paranoid.
side thing. I'm trying to move forward in life with this woman. Like, me and her gonna get a divorce, and I'm willing to marry Rocky. I'm willing to marry her.
Okay, but the big question is, you willing? Ms. Haid, are you willing to marry him?
I don't know about now, after today. he betrayed me. I feel really betrayed. Like, you know, he's the one accusing me of cheating all the time, and, you know, here he is sleeping with his wife or whatever.
Run.
Well.
Every day. Every day. It's always something.
And you are accusing her and talking badly and making her feel badly? This beautiful young woman. And what you're doing is potentially ruining her for her future. How is she gonna trust another man?
Well, that's the point of me being here. That's the point of me being here is to like just bring this all to the head so it can bust like a pimple. It's like,
oh, it's busted like more than a pimple. It's busted.
I wanted everything to be. I didn't know y'all was gonna go this far.
we are nothing if not thorough, honey.
We
that's
said
what
this
we
court
do
did a
here.
full and complete investigation, and that's what we do. But now that we've uncovered the truth, you know, there's a choice that's got to be made. And you said he rescued you from a previous bad situation.
He did.
You might not feel it now, but you may be being rescued right now from this bad situation.
I agree.
Run, don't walk.
I agree. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot.
Whatever you and your wife need to work out, y'all can work that out. But until you work that out, don't bring anybody else into this madness.
As we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of the opportunity to have a happy, healthy, truth-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.
As y'all can see, we definitely decided to stick around and try and work this thing out. We're gonna practice what's called expanded relationship.
Cameron and I decided to call off the separation.
Cameron and I decided to work it out and, you know, adjust my new life with my new family.
Now I got 2 women in my life.